What's popping? Ahaha, aha, ahaha. I hate myself. Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another History Time with X2COOL360, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite time periods of all time. That is the American Revolution. Now, the American Revolution is an interesting time in history, as many of you may know, or, you might know the basics and whatnot, that, this country came to be. We fended off the British and said, hey, this is ours now. Guns for everyone. But yeah, I'm gonna be taking a look at some of my favorite events that happened and add a couple memes to them. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through every single little bit and aspect of the American Revolution and whatnot. I'm just gonna basically go through everything, just skim through and whatnot, and yeah, this is how we're going to start. So, of course, the 13 colonies were, of course, colonized, as many of you may know. And, of course, when they were colonized back after the 7 Years' War, when basically Britain and France were both fighting over Ohio for some reason, like the Ohio Valley or something like that. I don't know. All right, I don't know. I'm not a history professional. I just know a lot of history, but not that much about the 7 Years' War. But after that, of course, the British won, and with most wins, people go into debt. A lot of debt. A lot. But of course, since they went into debt and whatnot, they started taxing the hell out of the 13 colonies with, the Tea Act and the Stamp Act and whatnot. And the colonists were like, nah, fam, that ain't right. We're not paying for all this stuff. Are you kidding me, bro? So eventually things got rowdy and whatnot. And let me look right here. I finally have all the sources. But anyways, what happened during the Boston Massacre, it's a huge controversial thing that people said that, oh, the rebels were right and whatnot. And of course you have the other side, which was like, oh no, the British were in the right. They have every right to do that because they were being attacked. Long story short, basically what happened, don't take my word on it, but what happened was these British soldiers were all on guard and a bunch of civilians came out of nowhere and started chucking stuff at them. They're like, here's some snowballs, yeet! Here's some rocks, yeet! Here's some clubs we're gonna attack you with. So yeah, in reality, as from their standpoint, you can understand why they decided to shoot them, but it's still not right. Bad. But yeah, then after that, a bunch of people were angry, there was tons of stuff that happened. Wow, I'm really unprepared on this. It's been a while. But yeah, after that, there was the Boston Tea Party, and just to give a quick summary, basically, not in words as I can put it, here's how it went. Haha, we have your tea! Oi! What you do with that tea there? You gonna see? Yeah! I'm so sorry for that. So sorry. Oh god. Yeah, but that's basically what happened. We threw a bunch of their tea into the harbor. We didn't care because we're Americans. Well, not at that point, but you get what I'm saying. We're like, yeah, we want freedom and taxation without representation, people. And that's basically the startup to the revolution. Yeah, that's really what happened. And of course, a bunch of stuff happened. The British started sending over tons of troops, and a bunch of people were tarring and feathering a bunch of people, a bunch of important people, really. Not just one group of people, just a bunch of British important people. You know what's poppin'. This is what Wikipedia is for. Now remember, kids, if your teachers say, oh, don't use Wikipedia. Wikipedia, anybody can change anything on Wikipedia. That's a lie. I tested it out, and guess what? My thing got removed in like 2 seconds. Well, maybe not 2 seconds, but like in an hour, okay? People are on it, and they're making sure that they remove any false information. So just remember that. You can use Wikipedia, just know that the people are always on top, removing all the misguided information, as they do say, whatnot. Yeah, but there was, of course, very important people during this time. You had Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, you had Ben Franklin, you had all those people, as again, I'll probably list them up here and whatnot, probably not, as again, too lazy, because, you know, editing stuff takes a while. Yeah, but then eventually you're like, no, we can't stop there, we gotta change our money. That wouldn't be for a little bit of time after the war and whatnot, but you get my point. Or was it? I don't know, who cares? Before Lexington and Concord, you had Paul Revere screaming at people, saying the British were coming, y'all get ready, we're prepared to fight. That's what happened. Then eventually we fought at Lexington and Concord, over weapons and whatnot. Basic stuff like that, you know. And of course, we signed the Declaration of Independence, and we sent that right to King George III. Was it John Hancock? Yeah, it was John Hancock. Yeah, see? I remember that. Why is Patrick Henry trending right now? What did you do, Patrick Henry? Yeah, you 18th century man. It eventually spiraled down to a big old mess, and it went on for some time. Then we got the big man, G. Washington. He came out of nowhere and he was like, you know what, you guys need some help, and that's what he did. I am really unprepared for this video, god damn. But yeah, I'm trying to give you guys just a little bit of information and whatnot. I'm not really helping, am I? I should maybe write scripts for these type of videos, but nah, I can't do that. We're gonna write a bunch of different things that, you know, keep our country up and running, unlike your failure that's like your country. But yeah, then eventually, afterwards, we were like, hey, instead of having a king, what should we do? And a bunch of people were like, oh, maybe we should elect people like a republic. Then eventually we came to a democracy, which is what we use now, of course. I think everybody knows that at this point. If you don't, are you truly an American? But yeah, that's basically what happened. Then our very first president, which most people should know at this point, is the big man George Washington. Then eventually the French got involved because Ben Franklin came over to France. He's like, yo, what's crack-a-lack in France? We need your help. And France was like, you know what? We don't like those folk up above us. We're gonna help you destroy them. And that's what happened. Spain got involved, but I don't really think Spain really did much to my knowledge, but I could be incredibly wrong about that. Incredibly wrong. But yeah, then eventually during the period of the war, there was crossing the Delaware River, where the famous image of George Washington standing up, but that wasn't no that wasn't actually what happened. They were all literally sitting down and they're like, nah fam, this is too cold, we're literally, you know, we're crossing a frozen river. And I believe it happened around Christmas or on Christmas. Come on, load yes, okay, so I was right. It ended up happening on Christmas Day to December 26th of 1776, with George Washington leading. It was a huge victory because everybody was sleeping at the time, and they just kind of messed everybody up. But yeah, throughout most of the war, we were really unprepared until, you know, France got involved and Spain got involved, and some Prussians got involved. They were like, you know what, you need some good discipline for your soldiers, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, I'll probably put that dude's name up here somewhere. We had the famous traitor, as we all know. Now the traitor, his name was Benedict Arnold. Guess what, buddy? You joined a losing side. Sucker. Ha ha ha. But yeah, it's not much really to go on. I feel like that was a lot of information. And yeah, if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, and I'll be sure to do more of this stuff because I like talking about history and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it off on that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.